So I'm going to just check to see if this mic is working or whatever. So I'm creating a book. I've actually written a book. So that's kind of what I want this video to be about, is me kind of documenting just how difficult it's been, at least for me, to actually get this book off the ground. It's crazy how much work it is. I mean, I guess I never really thought it would be less work, but I always thought the real work was just writing the book, and it's not. The real work really comes afterwards. It took me a long time. You're just getting my thoughts out on paper, even in an organized way, doing a lot of research, doing a lot of learning, then structuring the book in a certain way. And I'm by no means a professional. I just had all these ideas. I wanted to sort of translate the best of what I thought I knew and what I've learned over my education, my clinical background, working in the natural health industry, but really along my life journey to become a doctor and help people. That's really what I wanted to sort of get out there. I wanted to get out on paper, but I knew it had to be structurally. I couldn't just write it down on like a cheat sheet. Well, mind you, I guess I could have just wrote it on a cheat sheet and just posted it on Instagram. That would have been awesome. But no, I really, really wanted a book. And so learning how to structure that, and then spending early mornings, late evenings, just writing this stuff down, treating it kind of like a full-time job, really, giving myself little goals. And then, that just took forever. It took about a year, actually. And then editing it, it's self-edited. So I didn't even get a professional editor. And that's actually one of the ongoing debates I'm having with myself, because getting a professional editor, so the book is about 66,000 words or so. And to get a professional editor involved, it's thousands of dollars. And I don't have any way of selling it right now. I don't really have an audience yet. I'm not a celebrity yet. And so, I mean, if I had like 1 million followers or something and people were maybe interested and I started to engage with people, maybe I'd have a better idea of how to sell it. But I'm really just getting started. I'm learning, how to get my content across on YouTube and various platforms, Instagram. I bought this mic here to try and pump out content in terms of a podcast, but it's really hard. It's not necessarily hard coming up with content, even creating. I mean, the whole document versus create. I can create content pretty easily too. I think in terms of just ideas, there's just so many things I want to say, so many things I want to chat about. I can interview people. I mean, the sky's the limit. It's all of the back end work that a lot of people just, or at least I never considered ever. For example, when you go to YouTube and you see a picture with a title on it, that thumbnail, when you go and you do a search, that takes up time. And then the description work and key tags and the editing, and my editing is obviously amateur, very, very amateurish, right? But it takes time. It's time that I can't do it while with the kids. I can't do it while working. So it always has to be either early morning or late evening. So it's willpower. It's a matter of just actually how bad do I want to get the message out there, and how badly do I want to start to engage with people and try and build an audience and eventually get this book out there. So all of that in mind, I knew I couldn't have this book just sit on my laptop anymore. I couldn't wait for the big publishers. I couldn't wait. I need to get it out there. I couldn't wait until I finally have an audience to afford to get it professionally edited. Look, I edited it 3 times. I went through it. First time trying to look for sort of spelling and some grammatical. Second time really just going over it again with a red pen. And then third, trying to correct it, and then going like one final read through. But there's a lot. Structurally, I know it can change quite a bit. Grammatically, for sure. Actually, the tone now in the book is slightly different than what I had originally. Originally, the tone was more in my native voice, the way I'm speaking with you right now. Long, drawn-out, run-on sentences. That's how I speak. So I shortened that. I tried to tighten it up a little bit. But it's far from perfect. It's far from professionally edited. But the ideas are great. The ideas are, it's my best. That for sure I could say it's my best information. I reveal things about the natural health industry that most people don't know. By the time you finish reading the book, I think you'll become an expert within the natural health industry. You'll become a much more savvy buyer when it comes to natural health products, and just more savvy in general when it comes to natural health. You'll really know, for the most part, the best of what I know. Of course, if you have any questions whatsoever, reach out. I'd be more than happy to answer them. At Robert Horovitz on Instagram, my YouTube channel, just type in Robert Horovitz. My email is robert@lifelongwell.ca. I'll respond. It's me. Any questions you have whatsoever. But I thought I would start today and sort of give you this preview of what's to come. It's been an incredible journey trying to get this out there. Even just trying to learn, I'm learning more about self-publishing in terms of getting an ISBN, so that international book code that you see on the back. How do you get that? Turns out here in Canada, we're a little bit luckier than in the US because ours is free. In the US, you have to pay for them. So I sent an application. You might have noticed on my Instagram, I took a photo of it. So I sent an application in to get the ISBNs, and then my plan is to put out an ebook at first. I'm thinking Amazon. I'm thinking EPUB for Apple. I'm not even really sure how to launch it properly and how to get the, you want to try and get as many people as you can to review it beforehand, so that you create awareness. I know that's one tactic. So I really, really would appreciate anybody reviewing my work. Once it comes out, I'm going to try and put it on Amazon, I think for about $1. So anybody who wants to support me on that and just buy it for $1 and give an honest review, just honest review. That's all I care about. It's not perfect, but it's really my best, and I'm really quite proud of it. And I hope it brings you value, and more important than you, because you might be already working within a natural health industry. I didn't write this book for practitioners or for people within a natural health industry. I actually wrote it to fulfill my lifelong dream of helping people, the layman. I worked at Walmart for 8 years. I met a lot of people suffering with chronic disease. My grandparents suffered from chronic disease, and that's essentially the tone of this book. So if you know anybody who could benefit from it, even in the beginning, just buy it for them for $1, and have them review it for me. I would really appreciate it. It would mean the world to me to do that. And I will keep you posted on exactly what's been going on. It's been crazy. I've looked into cover design. I've looked into just the layout. So even just something as simple as indenting all the paragraphs, creating the table of contents, structuring the book instead of it just being on an Apple Pages document or in a Microsoft Word document. That I couldn't do that on my own. So I'm looking at sourcing that out. The images, I have a lot of images, maybe about 15 of them or so within the book. I've done my due diligence to try and get approval to use them from the authors. And a lot of them actually have already responded back with approval, which is amazing. I'm so grateful for that. But I'm also taking an additional step of recreating the images for the book, so that I'm not just taking it right from the study or whatever. I'm recreating it and then still giving credit to the original source. So I think that's the way I'm going to do it. I think that's the right way of doing it. I definitely want to do right by the people who put in the work for these. It's referenced. My book is referenced. So that's really it. Any kind of encouragement, excitement, if you have anything negative, if you want to just tell me how horrible of a process it is, whatever, just write me anyway. I don't care. Nothing's going to derail me on this. Nothing's going to stop me from putting this out there. I don't care. I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting till it's perfect. I'm not going to wait till it's edited. This is my best work, and that's it. So if you know somebody who can benefit from it and they don't mind reading through a few grammatical errors and it not being perfect structurally, if they could see past it and just see the value in it, it's there for them. It's dirt cheap. I think the ebook, what I'll probably do after the review round, I'll probably structure it for about $20. I think so. It's literally my life's work of information in one book. So after that, I'll maybe come out with a soft cover. For sure, I want a few print copies for myself even, but it is more expensive, and quite frankly, I prefer just to take the profit for myself. It's my work. I have to, it's just an ego thing having it in print. Plus it wastes papers, you're killing trees anyway. So that's, I think, the plan. So really look forward to sharing this journey with you. It's crazy. It's crazy the amount of work, but I'm having a lot of fun doing it too. And still spending some money on it as well. So cheers.